taking this mess away from us. We've had to go through a lot. Everyone, I've known Whitty for close to 18 years now, I'd say. So, and I remember that fateful day back in second grade. And it was in the cafeteria. When I saw this kid walk in, and I thought, yeah, I think I should probably take him and put him under my wing, and we go with him. Whitty, he's never been the most organized man I've ever known in life. Throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school, you'd always see him walk around, and he has this huge book bag, and every single zipper's just unzipped. Papers, pens, just books, God knows what, just hanging out. Sometimes, literally, I feared for my life sometimes, because I felt that if I got close, I would fall in and never be able to climb back out. But no, Whitty, he has a lot of natural talents. For example, he's very musically inclined. You should really see him play that flute. I mean, he can kill it. He's probably just as good as Ron Burgundy on the jazz flute. I mean, he can kill it. But we've had our mishaps before. I think it's probably easy to say that. One day we decided to go fishing. We bait our hooks, cast our lines, catching up on everything. At that moment, I feel a weird pinch in my right heel. I just kind of keep going, and at that moment, it was just, I guess by coincidence, Whitty says, "Dude, I think I got something big on the other line. I don't know what it is." And he starts pulling, he starts yanking, and I feel this sharp pain in my foot. I'm like, "Dude, the hook is in my foot, stop, what are you doing?" Luckily that night, we did not end up in the ER, so it was good. There's one good thing about Whitty, he's very determined. One day in college, I got a call. He says, "Dude," I said, "What?" He says, "I kind of had an accident today." "What do you mean? What happened?" He said, "Dude, I was on my longboard. There were a couple of girls out here chalking on the sidewalk." He's like, "I told him to get out of the way, and he didn't." Face first, busted his lip open, blood everywhere. I'm like, "Oh, dude, no!" A couple days later, I think I talked to Billy, I want to say, and he says, "Dude, you're not going to believe it. Whitty walks in, blood everywhere. I mean, just all over the place with his longboard, and everyone just starts looking at him like, what are you doing here?" His teacher, he or she gave Whitty the opportunity to give his presentation the next day, and Whitty was determined to give that presentation right then and there. Did you get an A?
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. No, but in all seriousness, Whitty has this air about him that really does attract people to him. It's really nice. I've known him for such a long time. You just see, coworkers or other people, they walk up, they're smiling, they're laughing, they shake his hand. Whitty always has these crazy little handshakes with anybody he ever meets. It's always nice to see someone do that and see how much Whitty means to them, because he's meant that way to me my entire life. Everything I've ever went through, I've always went to Whitty. Good or bad, I've always asked for his advice. And that's the one thing, if Whitty did not have the right thing to say, we would sit down and start praying for God to help me take that next step in life. There's one thing that Whitty told me. His dad looked at him and said, "Whatever you do in life, even if you're a janitor, be the best damn janitor you can ever be." And I think we can all agree that Whitty has lived up to that hype. And I truly want to say right now, I think Whitty's persona, his attitude in life, I look up to that. And I do. And I think we all can say that. There was one random night, I want to say it was a Saturday, Whitty asked me, "Hey dude, do you know, I have a coworker leaving. Do you mind if we go to this house? Just see them for a little bit. We'll go off and do our own things." "Yeah, sure, no problem." We walk in. I don't know, maybe 15, 20. It felt like 100, but I knew no one. Of course, Whitney knew everybody because he knows half of Wilmington. So I'm introducing myself to everybody, and I look over, and this one random girl comes up to Whitney, and they start talking. And I'm sitting there, and this girl looks at Whitney and says, "Hey, do you mind if I give you a tour of the house?" And Whitney looked and said, "Dude, go for it. It's fine because you know why? There's a dog over here that's wearing a bow tie and he has 2 different colored eyes. And I have been wanting to get over there and acquaint myself with him all night. So go do your thing, go do your thing." So at that point, they went off. Eventually we left. We're walking to Whitney's car. Whitney looks at me and says, "Hey, so what do you think of that girl?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Caitlin." I said, "Oh, dude, she's smoking." I said, "She's a very nice girl, and it seemed like she liked you a lot." He said, "I'm glad that I heard you say that because I think I want to ask her out." Fast forward a couple months later. I'm sorry about that. We're out with some mutual friends, and we're walking around. Caitlin and I are talking, with whatever, everything that's going on. And it was like a light at the end of the tunnel. It was literally like we saw the Ark of the Covenant. Right there in Old Sport, it was Pepe's Tacos. And we walk up, and we both say, "Pepe's?" And we look at each other like, "What? Who? What?" And it was literally at that moment I realized that Caitlin was the perfect woman for Whitney. Just full disclosure, if you have never had Pepe's Tacos, you're missing out because they literally are the best tacos in town. Am I right? Yes, thank you. But no, it was literally that same night. I remember we were out with some mutual friends, and Whitney and Caitlin went off, and we were all talking. And it was crazy. In those 2 months that we knew Caitlin, we were talking about it was literally like we knew Caitlin for years. She fit in perfectly. And that speaks a lot about Caitlin's personality. She's just so genuine and so loving and so laid back. And she wants to get to know you. And honestly, I view Caitlin as a sister. I do. So, obviously knowing Whitney for such a long time, we've talked about girls and all that stuff. Talking about meeting the right one. Well, who would have thought? Taking a couple of classes, bumping into each other randomly, and then going to a coworker's going away party would bring us all here tonight. So here's to Whitney and Caitlin Stevens. May y'all lean on each other, and our God lead the way. Love you all.
All right, thank you, Jacob. Up next is our man of honor, Andrew.